Hey everyone! You want to talk about something fun? Let's have some fun. See you in a sec. Hey, hello my friends. Today, got some fun stuff. Yeah, speaking of fun, if you've ever been to New York and you haven't been to Coney Island, you gotta go back. Yeah, I get it. A lot of people go into the city and that's where they stay. But there are other parts of the city that are also great of New York that is fantastic. For example, Coney Island. So Coney Island is where I grew up. And this is the mascot of Coney Island, and it's in Brooklyn. And it was established in 1923. And I had not been for a long, long time. And the Mermaid Parade came to our attention and we had to go. And when we went, it was like stepping back into my childhood because nothing had changed. I could close my eyes and tell you where all the rides are, and it's still there. Yeah. Yes, it's a great, great place, but so fun, so fun. So yeah, the Mermaid Parade every June, every year, really fun stuff. So that is that. And then on the other side, let's talk about something that's not so fun. All right, so I was thinking about it today, and I was thinking, the irony. Rarely do I get to see or hear about somebody breaking their dolls or their Barbie, like their Barbies, their dolls, or whatever toys they're dealing with. But I'm always hearing about somebody breaking their expensive Hot Toy figures, or the Sideshow figures, or the collectibles that are on higher end. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, it's a painful situation. It has happened to me, I would say 3 times, where I was like, I couldn't believe it. I just had to just let it be. So yeah, so in my last video, I think I was talking about, I got Woody from, right? Toys, right? Buzz Lightyear. And when I got him, I was talking about how the head sculpt actually reminds me more of Marionette than the character of the cartoon of the movie. So here is the head sculpt, and as you can see, right, it doesn't really look like the Woody from the movie, right? But it's still a really cool head sculpt. So I was putting it together, and that's why I took the head off, because it goes in, but it's a little on the loose side, so I didn't want to take any chances. So I removed it. And then I decided that I was going to go ahead and put this hand, which is the hand for the gun. So when you're removing a hand or foot or head, make sure you hold it from the joint and you pull. You do not want to, like, for example, I don't want to hold it from his forearm when I'm pulling on his wrist. All right? Get right close to the wrist, so that wherever you're working, and pull from there. So that's said and done. That's what I did. And when I did, the piece that I wanted to come out did not. So the peg stayed in the arm, which normally it will come, and sometimes this one stayed in the arm, but sometimes it also stays in the piece that you removed. So with that said, when I looked, it seemed that it had gone with the hand. And when I looked inside, only half of it. You see that? Only half of it. So it snapped in half, and the other half stayed in the hand. You see that? Right? So I said, okay, let's leave it, let me let it be. Let me just stop. And I had to go get my plier to pull out that peg so that I could put this back together, which is not a big deal, right? Put it back together, and then I'm able to put the hand in. But the one thing that is a pain in the butt is that sometimes that if your piece does not go in, then you have to get the blow dryer. Get the blow dryer, put some heat to it, and then it softens up the rubber so that you could go ahead and attach it. Really important, right? But it's still a freaking pain in the butt. So that's where I'm at now. I have to go and deal with that, but it becomes a project, right? So then that wasn't my issue, right? Because at least that I could handle. What was a really pain in the butt, and I don't know why they do that. Okay, so in this one, the boots was separate, right? Just like the hat, right? They were separate, and the kerchief separate. So that's no big deal. But the boot was a real pain in the butt to put together because the peg is on the foot and then the hole is in the boot. But when you put the leg in the boot, the pants, they buckle up. So even now, the pants are buckled up. They're not all the way to the bottom. So I think that if you want to be meticulous, you get, like, for example, like a nail filer and go on the round side, not the point, the round side, and then push it in. And I say nail filer because it's flat. If you do tweezers, it's going to buckle up on the pleather of the boot, and you don't want to do that. So that may be a one way of putting it in. But that wasn't the issue. I mean, that was part of the big issue, because what's happening is that it kept preventing me from getting all the way down because it was buckling up. And I finally figured out a way of jiggling it so that I could get down to the bottom of the boot. But then you got to find the hole of the boot for the peg to go into. And that was another issue. So you got to make sure that you hold it below the knee, because you do not want to break the knee off. I know, right? Just keeping it real. Because this right here, to put that on, and I'm not even 100% sure that it's on correctly. I just did the best that I can. I'm like, okay, it's not moving. So I was able to finally put it in, but at the same time, be careful. You see right in here? The leather or the pleather wants to buckle and go into the crease, because there's a crease that the peg forms between the knee and the foot. I mean, not the knee, the ankle and the foot. So as you put it in, make sure you stretch that boot out so that it doesn't crease into that pocket, right? And at the same time, you may want to put it on, if you're going to put it down like this, so that the spurs here are not bent. Yeah, right? So all these things you got to consider. But I got to say, nerve-wracking. Yeah, I was like trying to get it in there, and I'm like, okay, I think it's in. And then I don't want to like mess with it because I'm afraid it might come off. So yeah, so I got to say, not fun. Not fun to put it together. And I think that once I do and I set him up, that's where he's going to remain. So keep that in mind. This is the one that I did get from Sideshow. And I know there is another one that's available. I don't know who the company is that does another Woody that looks like Woody. Yeah. Right. So, however, cool figure, feels really sturdy. It's got some good weight to it. And I think that once it's all put together and it's set up, I'm going to be cool with that. But just giving you a heads up that if you did get him or he's coming, putting him together was not fun. Yeah, so good luck with that. But now you've been pre-warned. Now you've been forewarned. And you won't be as surprised as I was. Anyway, so that's that. Okay. So let's get to some fun stuff. So while I was in San Diego during Comic-Con, which I didn't go to, I discovered not that long ago a killer collectible store near where I live. Right? Yeah. And I actually took a little video while I was there, so take a look. Everyone, this is Peter. Guess what I found in my neighborhood? I'm like, can't believe it. Look. Yeah. I mean, look at this. It's like fantasy heaven. Look at that. Oh, so much good stuff. I know, right? Yeah. Oh my God, so much eye candy. I was like, ooh. I would think I was in there for like the second time I went in. I'm like with time, and I was there for hours. It was great. It was great. Yeah. So the one thing that I was really impressed with, that is the first time that I've experienced at a collectible store, that they actually had a section for dolls as well. So they had some Barbies. I can't remember some of the other names. I think some Monster High. So good for them. Yeah. So there was a store for everybody, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then they had a game section, which was huge as well. And they had a membership thing going, and yeah, fun place, fun place. Oh, and by the way, the Star Wars collections. Oh my God, they had all kinds of battleships and old vintage figures and really cool stuff that you can't find anymore unless you go on eBay, and then the prices are ridiculous. So the one thing that I set my eye on, that when I was there with, is I was like, oh, I didn't think about the possibility of getting it in a new condition as well, was the Pee Wee Herman Playhouse. That is so cool. I had no idea when I looked at the box and it came with all the, the playhouse and stuff, and then it came with Pee Wee and the scooter. I was like, wow, that's awesome. So would you not know that when I am there, I decided, okay, he's on my wish list. And then I found another site where I possibly could get him. So I'm torn. Because the one thing about that store, so when I inquired about it, is that they don't really ship. So that means that I have to buy it and then either ship it myself or bring it on the plane, on the flight with me. Not really sure I want to do that. Not yet. Right? Because I want to make it the most affordable. So that's one of the issues. But while I was there is this new line called Reaction. And Reaction is like bringing back some of the old collectibles with brand new packaging, really fun packaging, and they have made the figures not only accessible but also affordable. So win-win, right? So I found Randy and Billy Baloney. I love that. From Pee Wee's Playhouse. So yeah. I hate these little sticker things, but I think I could remove that one too. Yeah. So this one, I think I paid $18 for it. And when I checked on Amazon, you might probably find it for 20 or 15, but it's still in the same, right, ballpark. But, oh, fun. Yeah, and then in the back, they show you some of the other characters that they have. So cool. Right? But look at that packaging. That is so fun. So this is one of those situations that since I don't have anywhere specific to put them yet, the packaging really is the cool part for me. So I think that in my storage closet, I am going to hang it up so that I could enjoy it. And then the other thing that they did is that in the back of the packaging, there is a cutout. And when you put the cutout together, it creates a playset. So, right, so here's the cutout, the refrigerator's right, fish tank. And there you see it's like a puzzle. And when you put it together, that's what it creates. And then there are the figures. Sweet, right? So smart. Yeah. And while I was there, something else caught my eye. Mars Attack. Yeah, they were like $15 each. And this is, once again, from Reaction and Super 7. The packaging, the graphics on this are so awesome. And this one, I don't even mind the $15, because sometimes, I buy something that's vintage and I see that it only costs like $4 and I'm like, oh my God, $15 in the future is gonna be like, oh wow, that's so cheap. Yeah, look at that. Right? The artwork on that is awesome. And there's the figure. And it comes with the dog. I know, this is so cool. So destroying a dog. Vicious. I think it's so cool, yeah. Oh my God, I love the fact that they literally put a hole through the dog and he is in major agony, just like the picture. So there's the picture, poor dog, right? He's being shot by the alien. The kid is like screaming. But you see, the dog is, and there's a whole, it's twisted. I like it. And then I guess the aliens were going because this one is called Burning Flesh. So twisted. Yeah, I'm getting such a kick out of this, but check this out. Right? Look at him. And then you can see when he was burnt. Wow. And the graphics are so good. Right? Yeah. The Martian invaders use atomic ray guns as they patrol the city streets. An unfortunate Earthman in their path was easily destroyed. Wow. Human flesh and clothing was not able to withstand the heat of radiation from the ray guns. So good. Yeah, I love the graphics. The details are awesome. Right? Yeah. Fun store. Yeah, I found that, yeah. San Diego rocks when it comes to this stuff. That was awesome. So, you know what time it is? Yeah. It's mail time!
Here's the mail. It never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail.
Woo! So, I have been getting some really fun stuff, which I was like, okay, that's why I wear this t-shirt, because this is about some fun stuff. And you gotta admit, that Mars Attack, that was some fun stuff. So, this stuff that I'm about to show you, that's exactly what it says. Fun stuff. So, I saw this, and I think I got this on Amazon. And this is the SH figures of Pac-Man. And I really, I love the size of them, which is what really attracted me to them. And so well done. Yeah, check it out. I know, right? Isn't that great? So cool. So there is what they can do. They can run, thumbs up. So they come with you know, a couple of these. They come with a couple of hands. I love their expressions. Yeah, this is so, so cool. I know, right? I love creativity. It's so awesome. So yeah, so this I guess that I also have Bandai Spirits, but it's also, you know, I had not realized that it came from Japan. So yeah, I mean Japan produces some amazing stuff. Yeah, that so this is SH Figures is a standard action figure series that uses the art style and technology Tamishi motions to pursue character expression through humanoid action. Yeah. Right. So these here actually, when I find a space for them, I think I'm gonna remove them out of the box because I think they'll look better out of the box. The box is cool, but it doesn't add that much more to the figure as in, you know, the Cost Riders. The Cost Riders, I mean, the artwork on the box and some of those, I'm like, ooh, I don't want to get rid of that. So yeah, right? Here's something else that was fun. And also from Japan. And, you know, I think I have to get like an app that gives me a translation because if you have bought something that comes from Japan, and sometimes like the display cases, they're not in English. So, you know, I could figure out how to put 2 and 2 together. However, sometimes I'm like, ooh, it'd be so much easier if I could read it. But this, I saw it, and you know, I have a love for cars and all kinds of cars. And I saw this one, I was like, oh, this is the coolest thing. So I love the beach, California, right? Surfing, even though I'm not a surfer, still love the whole vibe. And I saw this and I was like, gotta get it. So, so cool. So from what I am gathering, right, is that, so it comes with, obviously the truck with all kind of cool design, right? The table and chairs, and then the van itself, the truck. It plays music, it has lights, and I love the symbols, right? That's all I know, right? Lights, music, and then, that's right, Bluetooth. Yeah. So cool. So I'm a little, you know, I feel like I definitely got to get it out of the box. And I don't know if it comes with batteries or not. But, you know, sometimes if it comes with batteries, then it might be better to take it out of the packaging because it may corrode. The batteries may corrode inside the figure. And then it may destroy the mechanism. So, yeah. So that's a little funky. And also, what I just noticed, on the top here, there's the remote. Right? I couldn't pass it up. I couldn't pass it up. This looks so cool. So if I take them out, I may just put them on my floor, and I have a couple of other robots that you know, I keep on the floor and I'll just play with them from time to time. And this may be one of those things. Fun, right? Okay, so this one here, when I got them, I was like, why did I get them? Right? Because, you know, sometimes we get a little carried away with the click, right? And then I wasn't sure if I was going to return it or give it to somebody else as a gift. And I was like, So then I went on the site. I got on the Sideshow site and I looked at the figure and I was like, okay, what was it that I got? And then when I saw it, right, because you could see there is no real picture. And then they have a little tiny picture here, but it doesn't do it justice. So that's why I was like, oh. So this is Disney Traditions from the Jim Shore collection. And I I've had quite a few Jim Shores around, but I never had them as a collection. And I know there's a lot of people do collect them. And in one of the stores in holiday stores in San Diego, they have a great section on Jim Shore. So I totally forgot that this actually is a Jim Shore piece. So when I got them, I wasn't sure until I saw them on the site, and then I was like, I still didn't understand why I really got them. And then I looked at my drafting table, and there, waving at me, is Mickey. Then I had that V8 moment, like, got it. Yeah, so I know exactly where he's gonna go. Mickey's like waiting for him, and let's see what he looks like, right? Because this right here, I know exactly where it's gonna go, and I am going to display him as soon as I pull him out. If I could find a way to pull him out. Let's see. All right, so let me grab my scissors here, because if not, this styrofoam is gonna go everywhere. So take a look at my look at my toys, my collection behind me as I go get my scissors. Okay. All right, I know there's some cool stuff back there, and I haven't done a tour yet. I'm actually still setting up some of the shelves as I unbox some of these things that I'm showing you. But I definitely have an idea of where things are gonna go, so we'll see. All right, so let's get rid of that. So let's see what it looks like. All right. Oh yeah, he's pretty cool. It's a good size. Right. Yeah, wow. See what I'm saying? Look, yeah, see that? Much better in person, right? Look at that. It's beautiful. Yeah, and I gotta say that, the one thing that's so great about Jim Shore is that the quality is awesome. There's some good weight to that. And his art design, his work is so fantastic. Yes. One of the things that I gotta say that I love about the Jim Shore designs is that his embellishment, right? His carving with the flowers, and normally a lot of times he does it on the figure as well, as you can see on his shirt, right? And there you go. Hey, yeah, beautifully done. Yeah, and this one is actually a little on the simple side. Normally the carving goes all the way around. Yeah. All right, good one. Yeah, so glad that I got him. So that was an interesting surprise. Yeah, I totally have forgotten about him. Then this one here. When I lived in LA, a client of mine did voiceovers. And one of the gigs that she got for many, many years was doing the voice of one of the Powerpuff Girls. How cool, right? Yeah, and it's it's so interesting when you see somebody in when they own what they do. And my friend is so freaking talented. And when she does the voice of these little girls, oh my God, it's so fascinating. I don't know exactly which one she does. But when I saw this, that's who I thought of. I was like, oh, and I really like the setup of this. And it's definitely one of those things that I want to take out of the package, because the packaging on this is so big. And it's big because it's protecting the sculpture, but at the same time, it's bulky, and the box is really not that pretty, right? it's the girls that's rocking. Look at that. Yeah, the one thing I do like about the box is that it says the day is saved. And that's pretty cool. Right? Yeah. And it's definitely, 3D all the way around, right? I know. So that's a cool thing. Yeah, and I think they had another one of the same collection. But of the two, this is the one that I really, really liked. And once again, when you deal with these type of figures, be very careful, because there's nothing worse than that sound of snap. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, crazy. Okay, so the irony of life, right? I put on this t-shirt because I was thinking, something fun. But just as I went to get what I was going to show you next, it hit me, the connection that this next thing has with this t-shirt and Coney Island and this place and my childhood, my husband's childhood. He grew up across the street from Coney Island. When he looked outside his window, that's what he saw. I know, how cool, right? One of the things that was huge when growing up in Coney Island was there were two rides that stuck to my mind all the time. One was, as far as fun goes, right? The two main ones was the Himalayan, which I love the Himalayan. So the Himalayan, those are like carts that are on a track that does this, right? And it goes in a circle. Well, in Coney Island, the music and the sound and everything was so freaking amazing. It was enormous. The best part was when the guy's like, "You want more?" And then he's like, "All right." Then he did, everybody's yelling, "Yeah, more." And then he goes faster. And then all of a sudden, it stops and it goes backwards. Oh, so fun. So fun. Yeah, so then the other ride that was really fun was the bumper cars. Oh my God. We would go in there to nail people. Right? Yeah, so much fun. So when I saw this, I couldn't refuse it. I couldn't refuse it because it definitely took me back to my childhood. This is from F.A.O. Schwartz. And as we know, they make good quality toys. But this one was so clever that I had to get it. It's Nostalgic Magic model, and it's a bumper car set, and it's built-in digital sound effects. And then the players eject when they're hit. So that makes it really, really fun. And it's so fun that this is actually for ages 6 and up. Right? So, and kids are so much better with those little freaking joysticks and remotes than adults are. So, isn't this great? Look at that. I mean, that is so much fun, but look at the quality, right? You could tell that this is just not a regular toy. And I'm definitely going to pull this out of the box because we have got to play with this. This is definitely going on the floor. This is going to be really, really fun. Yeah, so step back into 1950 and challenge your friends to a game of retro bumper cars. Ram your car into the small button on the side of the opponent's car to send their driver flying. So there's a target. Yeah, I guess it's not there. On the side of the car here, there is a button, and when you hit that ejects them. So cool. The retro cars emit sound effects while being driven. Return to wonder. This is so fun. I know. Right? Yeah, and they did a really good job with their packaging as well. I mean, that's fun. I mean, for Christmas, really. You could just put a bow on this box, put it under the tree, and the kids are going to be wondering, who's going to get that? Right? Yeah. So happy with that. Fun. All right. So this guy that I'm about to show you And you know me, I like to leave the bang for the last. So this is from 3-0. And this is Sam Sam. Now, I had gotten the other Sam Sam astronaut. Fell in love with him. Takes me back to, you know, vintage cartoons. So cool. That Sam Sam astronaut, he lights up, right? So then I saw that there was another Sam Sam. And this one, so this is Kenny's work with 3-0. And this is for Milk Magazine. And it's a Milk Magazine edition of Sam Sam. So, first of all, their packaging is so awesome. And that's one of the reasons I'm like, you know, like, I still haven't pulled out Sam Sam the Astronaut out of the box because the box is killer. And not until I find like the best way to this, you know, to showcase them other than what I'm doing, I'm gonna leave them in the box. This one here, because of the subject matter and because of the way he is, and he doesn't really, he's more like a statue, like a sculpture. I might put him in my kitchen. Yeah. And then when you see him, you'll understand why. Oh, I know. Right? I mean, he's like the coolest little guy. But look at the box. I mean, that's a cool box. Right? Yeah, hard, good one. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh, you know, I've noticed that they, you know, do you guys send these in? Do you fill them out? I'm always curious about that. You know, I'm the worst at it. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. What does he look like? Oh. Yeah, this is my buddy right here. First of all, right, so well packaged. Foam is cut out perfectly for him. There's his milk container. He's not heavy. He's actually quite light. That's a little surprising. Goofy is heavier. So this is obviously hollow inside. Oh my God, hollow. Okay, so I just found out what my favorite part is, and how can you display it and show it. So it seems that our little friend here, oh yeah, pull him out. Yeah, so he's like a plastic. He's not the heavy resin. He's like a different type. Oh my God, his face and his tongue always sticking out. Okay, come on, let's face it. That is adorable. If you have a kid, you want him to look like this, right? So good. Hey, look at that. That's awesome. Besides the tongue, my favorite part, and by the way, the design of this is so awesome. The colors are so on point, but even the design of the hat, look at that. That is so cool. Yeah. But my favorite part is that the back of his overalls say milk, and he has his teddy bear in his pocket. Doesn't get any cuter than that, right? I mean, come on, right? It's letting you know that he's a little boy, right? He's mischievous, he's adorable. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome, right? Yay. So I'm in love with that. I am so in love with them. So, my friends, that's it. That's all I got for this episode. I know, wasn't that fun? Wait a minute, before I forget. Yeah, I looked over and I saw it and I was like, oh, I totally forgot. The killer addition to my collection. And talk about fun. I grew up with this guy. The vintage animation of this guy still, yeah, it's freaking love him. And I'm talking about my buddy here, Felix the cat. Okay, no, do do you see this packaging? Look at that. I mean, this is beautiful. So well done. I mean, when you see a box like this, you're like, there's some quality in there, right? The back with all the information, the serial number, everything. Yeah. Not a toy, adult collectible from Medicom Toy Corporation. Yeah. You want to see them? And you know, I have them like literally on top of my bed because the box is so awesome. And until I find like the killer spot to showcase him, yeah, he's gonna stay in the beautiful box. So I'm gathering this is a certificate of authenticity, and it gives you some information about it. However, it's all in Japanese. So, yeah. I know. Remember I was telling you that I need to get like a, you know, translator for my phone. So, no. Oh my God, this is so fun. Right. Yeah, Medicom Toy 2021 Felix the Cat. Oh, yeah, looks just like him. I love his little felt, right? Even though I wish that this was also plastic, but I guess you could bend him and move it. However, you just got to be really careful that you don't pull him off his rear, right? Little butt. Yeah, hollow inside, plastic, very light, just like Sam, right? Really, really cool. Yeah. So I couldn't resist. I had to show you. Yeah, I know Felix Cat. Stay tuned for the next time. Yeah, I've got some really cool DC stuff that I need to showcase. Yeah, I got this playset that I cannot wait to show you. But in the meantime, have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. All right, guys? Take care. See ya.